Oh, well, hello. They've changed things up a little bit. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this, and then we're going to be right with you. Well, people, it's going to be a Happy New Year here in the Midwest soon. That's why we've got time to celebrate a Happy New Year. Let's ring in a Rockin 2025. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but over the past bunch of years, it's really not been a crazy cool thing to have like the New Year's going on. I don't know. I flip on the TV, there's nothing there. I don't know. Could be better, could be worse. Um, what what I had a hard time with was I guess was it last year? I don't remember. I was watching the New Year's special with Leonard Skinnard. It just it was cool. I liked seeing it. It's one of my bands, but it just seemed a little out of place. I don't know why, to me. I don't know. It didn't have to be out of place, but Lance, support Viking Stew. That's me. Thank you. By tapping the like button and subscribe. That would be great because we're looking forward to some new things this year. Not to say that everything turned out perfectly for tonight, but it's okay. The one thing I will say that did turn out just right is I decided on my drink tonight to toast the new year. I'm finally going to open this. It's going to be a trooper beer, an Iron Maiden trooper beer. And not only that, hold on, not only that, we're going to have it in our Viking horn glass. How about that? Pretty sweet. Got the wolf on it. There you go. It's pretty cool. But there's lots to share tonight. We got some cool stuff. Just got back from Florida. The war to end all wars is still going on, but getting better by the minute, getting more things done. So a Merry New Year from Lance. Hey, what's up, Casey? Good to hear from you. Very, very nice. Very nice. Salvatore, good evening. How are you? Very good. Lots of love going around. Don't you think this time would be better spent excessively drinking and playing Rocket League? Hey, I'm up for it. I just can't hook up right now, but we can play after this if you want to. I think it would be better used time after we're done to do that. I think that would be great. And of course, I got to keep track of the time here. We got 11:48 here now. My wife, who's spending some time in Florida, just celebrated a Happy New Year there. So it's kind of like back in the day when you'd be watching the Rockin' New Year's Eve and here in the Midwest, and you're like, well, okay, it's a Happy New Year, but not really, but it is, but not really, but it is. So I hope everyone will have a safe and happy New Year. I do too. I have to work in the morning. I have a friend of mine who's working tomorrow from home, I do believe. And his wife is a really good friend of mine, and she said he'd probably be going to sleep. And I said, well, if you want to come over and hang out, you can come over. I made puppy chow. So, but I said I'd be doing a show, here. And but she's not here. No, I said they live really close by. So, but yeah, tough when you got to work tomorrow. I do not. But I'll be doing, if I so choose, I will be doing things. So let's get started here. I'm going to show you a little something here. This is what I had in mind. But instead, what we're going to do is we're going to have this on Wednesday night. So bear this in mind. This is what you'll be looking at on Wednesday, which is, I'm not Wednesday. I'm so sorry. Wait a minute. Yes, tomorrow night, we're going to do this. We can't do it tonight because I'm not quite ready, but meaning that I'm almost done with it and almost ready, means we'll be doing this tomorrow. So this is a crossword that I really want to do. So we're going to be doing Judas Priest song and album titles tomorrow. So that'll be fun. And so that's what you got to look forward to. So keep that in mind. I'll leave it in here and we'll do that. 2024 was a great year. It's great to be building this channel. We're still building, and there's a lot of people that are interested, and I keep meeting people. I was handing out cards down in Florida, and people were excited to check out the show. So I'm really eager to build this show this year some more and do some great stuff. I had Jim Florentine on recently, and I will be having Don Jameson on very soon, and have a message out to Jim, who said he would be more than happy to talk with Eddie Trunk about having a time here, and we'll get that interview together. So really looking forward to that one as well, because every time I'd watch that metal show, I would always hone in on what Eddie liked, and he and I are a lot alike in that way. Don and Jim like a lot more of the heavier stuff, which goes along with that story where I would always say to my wife, I'm like, she'd come home and she'd be like, such and such at the office is new at the office, and they like metal. And I said, oh, you should talk to my husband. I go, whoop, whoop, whoop. You guys, I don't know if you all remember my qualifying questions. It's just two. Do you like Megadeth? And if they say yes, say, do you like Slayer? If they say yes, might not have as much to talk about as one might think. But if they say no, then we're probably good to go. Just not a Slayer fan. It's not groovy enough for me. Yes, and thank you, Casey. Hit that like button. Really appreciate that. Yeah, get out there and subscribe, and remember that for anything else that you really like out there. But the more we subscribe, the more this channel builds, the more things we can do, and the more successful it'll be when I'm ready to get done with my full-time position and start more into this. And should be really cool. Going to be a PS5 year for me. Just picked up a Slim, with disk drive. Nice. Is that a regular price, or did you overpay a little bit for that? Just asking. Or was it regular price? Like mine, but don't play it often. That would be me right now. I just wouldn't play it too often, I don't think. Of a racing sim setup and PSVR 2 as well. Mm-hmm. So many games, so little time. Amen to that. Amen to that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some more with the games. Especially I want to get into that Prince of Persia game that I bought for the Switch. It was what? Oh, $76 off before Christmas. Very nice. All right. That makes sense. I mean, they're expensive though, so it still hardly brings it down to a price that I would do, but looks like we got about a little over 6 minutes left before the new year. So let's do this. Let's see here. I went, let me share these. These are going to be hard to see, and I might scan these in or take pictures, but these are pictures that are, let's see, they are almost 40 years old. And one of the first dates that my wife and I went on was for down to Six Flags down here. And it was a concert. It was I think it was a Seven Wishes tour for Night Ranger. And I believe, let me see if I can call these out, because this is hard to see. So this may be crap, but I'm going to see how it looks on the screen. Okay, see this? We were second row, and I believe this is Kelly Kagi during Sister Christian. He came down off of the drum riser, I think, and was singing there. Here's Fitz on the keyboard. These are really bad pictures. They were taken by a couple of younger folks that we saw at the show, which, I mean, at the time, younger, but not a ton younger. Um, and yeah, and here is, you can see it there, Watson and Blades down in the front down here, and then Brad Gillis right here. So the three of them jamming out there in the middle. It's a good thing I can narrate for you. There's Jack Blades there. We were in the second row, or it's not in the second row, I guess. I don't know. We were close. We were very close. Um, Here's another shot with the three guys there playing. And but it was a really good show. Here's there's Jeff Watson again right here. Jeff Watson comes into play. I just talked about this the other day, and I bet I could find it just for fun. I think I told you about it the other day, where the two girls in front of us missed the pick, which I not because they were a couple of ladies, but anybody. It's a tough thing to catch a pick, and usually it'll hit a hand and bounce to the ground. That's just the way it goes. I'm going to use this to try to sift through this real quick. And then this coming year, I will be kind of going through all this stuff with you guys and looking through some of this memorabilia and stuff that I have. And I might even have some extra stuff that I can use as giveaways. I just got to figure out all the giveaway stuff, right? How to do that. What's the best way to do that? There it is. Look at that. I told you it wouldn't take long. So yeah, here it is. Excuse me. I really need that beer now, I guess. So yeah, here is the pick, the metal pick that Jeff Watson tossed out to the crowd. And it has the nice nail shot in it so that he has it easy to hold on to. So he pitched this out, and it was missed, but I knew it was going to be, and I dropped to the ground, and it was easy enough to see. So there you go. Plenty of cool picks, though, that I've gotten over the years. And of course, if we remember right, when I was at the show recently, I got this Brad Gillis pick. So that was pretty cool. Again, not necessarily used. Got it from the roadie as they were cleaning up the stage. Here you go. Check your local Walmart. Saw a post that some have Atari Game Station Pros discounted to $30. Okay, I will take a look. Oh, good, heads up. Way to go, Lance. I'll keep an eye out for that. Walmart website has them for $69. Still pretty bitchin'. Blake! What's up, Cap? How are you? Jeez, you've been hiding out. I thought about you today. You need to listen to the song Catch Me Now I'm Falling, because it by the Kinks from Low Budget back in 1977, I do believe. I just listened to it today, and it mentions Captain America. It says Captain America Calling. Looks like your chair has a logo of yourself. Yeah, it's the oh, I can't do it right. There it is. See? It's one of the reasons I got it. Doing good, recovering from stomach flu. Oh, nobody likes that. Nobody likes when you have it. Nobody likes it at all. So anyway, when I was down in Florida, a big, huge shout out to my buddy Mike from Canada, where the Canadians are from, like Papa Pete. But a big shout out to my buddy Mike, who was nice enough to say, when I said I want to go to a vinyl store down here, he's like, well, you want to borrow my truck? Because I flew down, so I didn't have a vehicle. And he goes, you want to borrow my truck? I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, I feel confident enough about that, but you just don't know. you still can be a little nervous, no matter how good of a driver you are. You just don't know what is going to happen. So I was like, yeah, that'd be great, but I'd rather have a good time hanging out with you. If you want to come with me, you could drive the truck. But he's like, I don't care. It's fine. I'll go if it's possible, but it just didn't work out. I found a place that's up in Fort Myers, kind of in northern Fort Myers. It's on 2nd Street. And it's a place called Joe's Record Exchange. Now, I had some pictures on my phone, which I'm going to download, and tomorrow night I'll show you more about it. But I wanted to show you what I got tonight. Now, what time is it? It is Happy New Year. So, Happy New Year, folks. It is midnight, and I'm going to crack this right here at midnight. Look at that. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. Gonna pour it right on in there. There we go. Look at that. Let's make a toast, folks. A Happy New Year to you. May 2025 be just smoking and rocking and musical and fantastic. Happy New Year, folks. Cheers. Oh, that's good. Real good. Ah, the Trooper beer. Have to refill that. So unfortunately, I wasn't down there long enough to finish my bottle of Ouzo. They bought me a bottle of Ouzo for while I was down there. Usually I have a bottle and I drink it through the week, but once we start eating, then the alcohol slows down. So what's everybody else drinking out there? Again, got me a Trooper Ale. It's wonderful. Robinson's Brewery. It's really good stuff. I do have one of the other Iron Maiden brews over there in the fridge too. I had one of those not too long ago. Sounds like guns here. Civil War in the sky. Oh, I bet. Yeah. My my brother-in-law was shooting off some fireworks down in Florida. I videoed with them while they were doing that an hour ago. So it seems strange that it was already an hour ago. So I guess because it went on for 15, 20 minutes. So anyway, Joe's, and then after we got done with Joe's, we went down to Hooters to see my buddy Larry, and everything. And then I had some sad news that I'll talk about here in a minute. You know what? Nope, I'm going to do it now. You've probably heard me talk about my friend Guy. In fact, I'll tell you what. I'll get through this. Okay. So, anyway, let me put this in. And I'll put this out there. All right, let me see here. Copy the link. I'm going to put this out here so you guys can check this out. And this is my friend Guy. You'll see this. So there's the link. That's a Yeti Lee video. It was a promotional video that my buddy Matt put together, and he did a great job for us. And Matt Fappel is his name, and he does photography and stuff, and also does a lot of woodworking as well with driftwood and stuff like that. It's really cool stuff. And anyway, it's my friend, and he passed away the other morning, and I knew him for 30 some years, and starting, we played together for over 20 years in different bands. So a big dedication tonight for the show, and I'll be dedicating our gigs this year for Edge of Blue, which is also playing on Saturday night. So, but I'm dedicating all that to Guy. So I'll have that video. We can play it tomorrow. I think that would be a good thing to do. But I'll mention him again. It's gonna. I told my friend last night it's gonna hit me when she picked me up at the airport. I said it's. I'm doing all right. It's gonna hit me now and again. You know how that is. Loss doesn't always just hit us right away. So, um, anyway, that's that. So, Joe's Record Exchange. It's a great place to go. Like I said, it's on Second Street, northern um, Fort Myers. I found one album in the regular section. The album prices there are pretty good. They're pretty reasonable. Um, and and I'm pretty picky, but then they also had a discount bin. So of course I hit the crap out of that. So a lot of these came from the discount bin. Only one, I think only one came from the regular section, but they had some killer stuff in there. And some of these things will be gifts to people. But anyway, first off, here's the babies. I do believe that this piece is a little more rare. It's their first album that came out later. So this was stuff from 76 and 77. It's got Bitch or Angel, I Wear Your Ring, I'm Falling, Time on My Hands, You'll Get Yours, Do It Nice, Step in Line, Rainy Day, Jack the Lad, which is a Corby tune. If You Could See Me Fly is the final song. Tony Brock, Mike Corby, Matt Irvine, Walter Stocker, John Waite. So this is the unofficial Babies album. All compositions by the Babies. So produced by Ian Radar Mills for Saucy Productions. In 1976, a new band appeared on the world music scene, as if out of nowhere. Here are the nowhere songs by that band, The Babies. Isn't it time you heard them? So anyway, that was neat to get a hold of that. I found out about that record not too long ago. This was a great one. This has two big hit songs on it. Tony Carey, some tough city, and this one has Fine Fine Day and The First Day of Summer is on here. Really good stuff. So I'm eager to hear the rest of that. Of course, Tony Carey also did Planet P. Before that, played in Rainbow. I picked up the second album by Detective. I could have picked that up the other day when I picked up the first album by Detective, but I didn't. So, so I'm eager to check that out too. Michael DeBar's. Then I picked this up. The condition was so good that I had to get it, and I may gift it, but I don't have to. This cost me $5, but it's in great shape. And I'm a big Keith Emerson fan, and that's the soundtrack to Nighthawks, which is just, it's a lot of fun. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good movie, too. I need to watch that. Haven't seen it in a long time. Now, here's the one that kind of, it caught me off guard, because back in 1981, 82, this was a cutout, and I bought it. I have it back here. But this is sealed. So I had to get it. And it is an album from Columbia Records called Exposed. And you can see everybody who's on there. There's Adam and the Ants, there's Ellen Foley, Steve Forbert, Garland Jeffries, Judas Priest, Loverboy, and it has also the Boomtown Rats are on here. Ian Gom. That's the one that got me. This has his hit on it, Hold On. And you've probably heard, hold on, hold on, hold on to what you've got. So he and I performed that song together. So that was a lot of fun. We did it in as a duo, and we also did it in a band that we had with a friend of ours on a cajon plate called Raging Cajon. So, but I what I did was, is I I went through all these songs and I made a playlist on Spotify, and I was listening to it. And when that song came on, it kind of caught me off guard. Now, this is something that um, if you remember correctly, I picked up the Cars' first album on vinyl at a really good bargain at a place called Dirty River Records out in St. Charles. Well, I'm flipping through I just saw it had a card. You know, at some record stores, they'll have a card that'll have certain bands that are really popular. So they had a Cars card in there. And so then they would have anything related to the band would be along with that. And I didn't realize that Gregory, I always know him as Gregory, or do I? I don't know why. I'm not sure how I always thought it was Gregory, or maybe just Greg. Greg Hawkes did a solo album called Niagara Falls. And I found that there. It was $10. So I was like, yeah, that'd be great. Looked like it was in great shape. It has the original sleeve inside, but then it also has a white sleeve as well to hold the album. So that was pretty cool. Um, and let me see here. I love these kind of receipts. I thought these are great. When they write them on there, they write what you got. And I have a bunch of those from back in the day from Co-op Tapes and Records. And I'm planning to do a big frame of those. It is really neat. So here's the rest. I got a big stack. Now, I couldn't believe this. They had a copy of Aliens by Horselips, right? For $4. $4 was all. And I was like, that's in pretty good shape. You know, I'll pick that up. Then I'm flipping through. I found another one that is sealed, still sealed, for $5. This is a great record. This has Before the Storm, great song. The Wrath of the Rain, great song. Everyone, I could say that about every one of these songs. Speed the Plow. This is the one. Sure the Boy Was Green. Sounds just like Jethro Tull. And Come Summer, Stowaway, New York Wakes. Then it has Exiles, Second Avenue Ghosts, and A Lifetime to Pay. It's produced by Alan O'Duffy and Horselips. Alan also engineered it. It was just, it's a great record. This is this album prior to Man Who Built America. Now, speaking of in great condition, I found this. I love this album, and I thought I would check its condition against mine. Of course, mine's autographed, and this one is not. But it was in such great condition. I thought it would be nice to gift it. Ooh, I do like the sleeve that's in here. I'll have to see if the sleeve's like that for mine. And it's Saving the Wildlife by Man I'm Steamroller. Great album cover. I mean, I should just keep it for the album cover because it's in such great shape. But an easy $5 for that. Now, speaking of album covers and beautiful artwork, and the reason why so many of us love vinyl is this Mason Prophet album, Bareback Rider. Look at this piece of art. This is gorgeous. Just look at that. Just beautiful. Kind of reminds me of, when it gets up here into the kind of Lady Godiva rider, this bareback rider, kind of reminds me of Main Course by the Bee Gees. But I sent a picture of this to my friend. This is produced by Bill Halverson. I sent a picture of it to my friend, and he'd never seen that. Never had seen it. It's a cutout. Also sent a picture of a Michael Stanley Band album cover to my buddy Mike Floros, and because he's a huge Michael Stanley Band fan. But then there was their self-titled, so I picked it up. So they had a copy of You Broke It, You Buy It, and I didn't pick it up. I picked up enough, and I'm like, another $5, and it was in okay shape, but anyway, this was in okay shape as well, but I just had to get it. I've got it on 8-track back there, but I just had to get it on vinyl. I saw this, I couldn't believe it, for $5. Who Came First by Pete Townsend. Just had to get that. Um, it's a great record. And here we go. Voila. It's a nice gatefold. So, um, so that's the Baba, like Baba O'Reilly. Um, this says Pure and Easy, which is his version. It was on Odds and Sods as well by The Who. It's got Evolution, Forever's No Time at All, Nothing is Everything. And then side two has Time is Passing, Heartache, Sheraton Gibson, which I love, Content, and okay, here you go, Parvadir. Um, so anyway, but it's really good. Pure and Easy is a great song. Um, but yeah, yeah, really, really nice album. So it's in pretty good shape. So I thought I'd get it. And then I'm a big fan of this, and that's right. This is what I'm doing. Either tonight I might just stay up late and do it, but I probably won't because I'll fall asleep. Um, I started watching the Blues Brothers before I had to get down here and get the show going. And it's great, such a great movie. And it's a musical, really, right? I mean, let's face it, they have music in it all the time. But another movie that is not a musical but had great hit songs in it from back in the day, and I'm talking about back before my day. Um, this movie came out, and I watched it on cable a lot. Fell in love with it. The Wanderers. I couldn't believe they had this vinyl there, and it was only $5, and it's in pretty good shape. Um, Produced by Martin Ranzahoff, was the movie was, but this has Walk Like a Man by the Four Seasons, Ya Ya by Lee Dorsey, Big Girls Don't Cry by the Four Seasons, The Angels. Now there you go. Okay, do you guys remember why? Okay, so The Angels, My Boyfriend's Back. That's the reason that the Angels from Australia, who did song Marseille, which I'm going to perform on Saturday night, had to change their name to Angel City when they came to the States and released their albums here. So that's what they did. My Boyfriend's Back. Okay, good. Learning something every day. Sherry by the Four Seasons, and then Baby It's You by Shirelles. Then also the Shirelles Soldier Boy, Stand By Me by Benny King, Shout by Isley Brothers, Do You Love Me by Contours, and Run Around Sue and The Wanderer by Dion. So a great record, and I thought it was awesome that it had this on the inner sleeve. I remember this like crazy. This little ad on the sleeves. It's really, really cool on the Warner Brothers sleeves. So you saw those on Doobie Brothers albums, and others. So anyway, that was my haul from that. Now, I had a friend of mine. I know I have their business card too. I'll show that all to you tomorrow. I had a friend of mine with whom I used to work, and she was our librarian at school, and she sent me something amazing. So this is the Destroyer 45th anniversary version. I flipped out. The 2 LP deluxe edition of Destroyer. So I haven't opened it yet, and I'm dying to. It's 180 gram black vinyl. Hopefully it's good vinyl. We'll find out. I'm sure it is, but you never know. Made in the Czech Republic. How about that? So that was wonderful. Very sweet of her to send me that. Very unexpected. I do have some things here. We got some other unboxings now. Let's get into that for our first unboxing of 2025. Looking forward to doing some more of these crossword puzzle things like we're going to do tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. in the news for our war to end all wars, we did get the countertops measured out today for templating. So we'll get those done. Now, this is some stuff that I ordered recently. So I was telling you about the little cameras that I got that are done by ProScan that are very much like a GoPro camera. And so I had to get another mini SD card. These are really cool too. Little plugs that have the USB ports in them. $10 on Amazon. A Power UE. So I bought 2 of those for our renovation stuff upstairs. I've also got something else that came in. I've got something that's very, very special to me. All right. This is something for our fitness. This is what I was talking about. I got these. My wife had a set of them, and I thought this is right up my alley. I don't like going to the gym, so I never go to get a thing. But she had these bands, so I liked them. So I went ahead and bought myself a set. So it's these stretchable bands. Makes it nice and easy to do your workout at home. So there you go. It's got a whole chart and everything. So I'm looking forward to using those and my weights that I have. So that's pretty cool. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty here, shall we? All right, let's see what we have here. What do we got? Oh, this is from my friend. Well, that's sweet. Let's see what we've got here. Now, one of my big things I've got to do is get my package out to Cher Ross. I owe her a package still. I wanted to do some special stuff with it. And right now with the house renovation stuff, it's been just too hard to get all that stuff together. It takes time. Let's see what she's got. Aw, she sent me a package. That's very sweet. Now I gotta get her something. I haven't seen her in a little while. Hope everybody had a great Christmas. I know we haven't been here for a little bit, so it's good to be around and about. What? A Z Smart gift series. All right. It's something that I can't open. Ah, I will tell you what, I'll open that later. All right. But let's get into this because we got a piece of vinyl here that is very well. It's all of a sudden it's become very important between me and my son because he asked me recently, "What's your, hit list for music, Christmas music?" And he said, "I remember you played an album by an artist, and he had a real nice high voice." And I go, "Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about." Now, there's a funny story that goes along with this too. So I didn't know about this album until my friend told me about it. And then I think I had kind of remembered hearing some of the songs on it. And there's going to be a lot of you out there that know what I'm talking about, especially when I say a high voice. All right. So then I found this out there and it was a pretty damn good price. So I picked it up. My friend loaned it to me years ago when I worked for St. Louis Music. Well, I had it at the office, and as I was looking at the cover, I was kind of amazed. There it is. Look how beautiful. Wow, this is in really good shape. It's Three Ships by John Anderson from Yes. And there you go. Now, he re-released this on CD with extra tracks, and it was pretty cool. But this has Save All Your Love, Easier Said Than Done, Three Ships, Forest of Fire, Ding Dong Merrily on High, and Save All Your Love reprise. And then side 2 is The Holly and the Ivy, Day of Days, 2,000 Years, Where Were You, Oh Holy Night, How It Hits You, and Jingle Bells. Then I also added to it when I put it on CD. I added to it Holy Lamb from Big Generator by Yes, because that fit. This is on Elektra Records. Let me see. Does it have? Let's see. It says produced by. Oh wow, produced by Roy Thomas Baker. That's a pretty damn good bit of production by Roy Thomas Baker. This may be one of my favorite things that he's produced. It's a beautiful record, and like I say, there was an updated one. I don't know if it's still selling. If they still sell that. But here's the weird thing: if you look at this picture looks just like my friend out of Australia. So much so that when I was borrowing it from my friend, I took it back to the office to get it to, well, I think I gave it to Guy when he and I worked together, and I was getting it back to him to get back to them because it was his ex-wife that loaned it to me. And oh, beautiful. Nice, very nice. It's got like the original sleeve inside and everything, so that's wonderful. But like so many others, they turned it sideways so that you can pull it out. Got all the lyrics and all the things on there. Wonderful. Beautiful shape. I got a really good deal on that. So anyway, my friend, who this looks like, comes walking by my desk and he says, "Where'd you get my picture?" I'm like, "Seriously? Do you not know what this?" He goes, "No, where'd you get my picture?" I said, "That's John Anderson." I said, "But I've been thinking that the whole time. You look just like him in this photo." So weird that he said that. So kind of wild. I've been meaning to reach out to him about my gig on Saturday because I'm eager to have him come out and play drums with us on Marseille because he loves that song. Let me see. I think that's it for everything. So yeah. So we'll get those together. I'm gonna finish my beer, and a happy New Year to everybody. I hope great things are coming for everybody. I know great things are coming for me. And remember, tomorrow we're going to be going through this. So we'll have the Judas Priest song and album titles tomorrow night, this crossword, which I call it Crossrocks based on something that I was working on years ago. And we'll get that going. So I'm going to go and pick out my DVDs of The Warriors and The Wanderers. And we're going to check that out. If you haven't ever checked out The Wanderers, do yourself a favor and do that. And because when you read Ace Frehley's book, he talks about being a part of the Duckies gang in New York. And they're in that movie. So take it easy, guys. Take care, and remember, when you step out your door every day, you're in everybody else's world. They're not in yours.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Happy New Year's, guys.